Zimbabwe at 45. It is 8 o'clock. Good evening and welcome to the main news. My name is Butler Nepure.
I'm Vicky Maponga. Good to have you with us. Susan Masona at the Sign Language Desk. The headlines tonight. President Emmerson Mnangagwa hails Zimbabweans for their resilience as the nation celebrates 45 years of independence.
We'll take you what transpired at Gokwe Nembudzia. Christians celebrating Easter with public transport operators calling on drivers to observe road regulations during the holiday.
We'll look at sport later. FC Platinum are the Independence Cup winners after defeating Simba Bora 3-0 on penalties.
Now, President Emmerson Mnangagwa has praised Zimbabweans for their contributions to the economic growth of the country despite the burden of illegal sanctions and the effects of climate change.
Now addressing thousands of Zimbabweans who gathered in Gokwe Nembudzia for the country's 45th independence celebrations, the president said the choice of venue is in honor of liberation heroes and heroines from the Midlands province. Our first report tonight.
Today is Easter Friday, coinciding with the Zimbabwe's 45th independence anniversary. When the Second Republic began 3 years ago to devolve national events, Bulawayo began, honoring the likes of the late Father Zimbabwe, Dr. Joshua Nkomo. The second year saw the nation gathering in Mount Darwin in honor of those who fell in the struggle in Mashonaland Central Province. Also the role played by that province during the first and second Chimurengas. Midlands hosted this 2025 45th anniversary of independence. Nembudzia, that rural outpost in Gokwe North, this is the place many nationalists were banished to. You talk of Sikombela and Wawa. The President, Comrade Emmerson Mnangagwa, spoke of some illustrious heroes from this province.
General Josiah Magama Tongogara, Comrade Leopold Takawira, Comrade Sifas Musipa, Comrade Richard Hobe, Comrade Stephen Vuma, Comrade Lamek Makanda, Comrade Benjamin Mabenge, Comrade Sibusiso Moyo, Comrade Garikai Magadzire, Comrade Nash Nyasha Zimiri, Comrade Herbert Maslava, Comrade Sin Bebe, and Comrade Ngwabi Bebe, among others.
President Mnangagwa spoke on the consolidation of the land reform program in this country that kick-started at a pre-cab farm near Gokwe.
The country today is gathered here, therefore, to thank you. Ukuzolibonga, kuzokutendai, and to celebrate with you, the people of Midlands. This independence is ours together. We are one united people of the Republic of Zimbabwe. To all my fellow citizens, countrymen and women, Dinoti Makorokoto, Nitamshope, congratulations Zimbabwe on 45 years of independence, freedom, sovereignty, unity, peace and development.
After 45 years of independence, the ZANU-PF government remains committed to building a future that honors the sacrifices of the past, said the head of state.
It is worth noting that this year's independence celebration is occurring after the consolidation of our land reform through the issuance of title deeds to both A1 and A2 farmers. My government is also stepping up our efforts to regularize both old and new settlements in cities and towns throughout the country. These programs are said to assure citizens security of tenure and ownership of their properties through title deeds. The ongoing agriculture transformation strategy implemented under my administration is further deepening rural reforms to ensure food security, increased grain production and agricultural efficiency, improved incomes for farmers, beginning at household levels, are evident, while poverty eradication initiatives encountered by the agriculture sector have broadened. Training of artisans, technicians to drive our industrialization agenda under the Industry and Government Special Apprenticeship Scheme has commenced.
He saluted the Zimbabwe security services for their loyalty and warned the cyber agent provocateurs. He saluted the Zimbabwe security services for their loyalty and warned the cyber agent provocateurs.
We salute our security services for their loyalty, their patriotism, and unflinchingly defending our country, our sovereignty, our territorial integrity, and a hard-won independence. Makorokoto. All patriotic Zimbabweans are reminded of the need to guard against the dangers of social media, which is increasingly being used as a tool to cause discord and raise false alarms. I commend you, my fellow compatriots, both at home and abroad, for remaining vigilant, patriotic, and steadfast, never allowing yourselves to be misled by shadowy elements with dubious opportunistic agendas. Ngatirambe takabatana tichivaka nyika yedu. Tonse tino mutoro wokushandira Zimbabwe. Divisive and alarmist elements will never triumph over a nation such as ours, with a rich liberation history and born out of the blood of the brave sons and daughters of this sacred land of Zimbabwe.
Comrade Mnangagwa said Zimbabwe is poised for greater times and it needs people to be focused, resilient, persistent, and inspired by numerous achievements attained so far in all sectors of the Zimbabwean economy. The focus is on Nembuzia in Gokwe. Ruben Barwe, ZBC News in Nembuzia, Gokwe.
Now, the country's independence celebrations mark the consolidation of unity, hence calls to ensure efforts are being directed towards fostering development under the leaving no one and no place behind mantra.
The country's independence celebrations at Mutora Business Center in Gokwe attracted thousands of people from all walks of life, including the elderly, the young and uniformed forces. Vice President General Retired Dr. Constantino Chiwenga was among the dignitaries and emphasized the importance of unity in fostering rural and urban development.
We now need to double. All along we have been consolidating the unity of our people. Now we want our focus must now be on developing, on utilizing our natural resources fully to our best ability for the benefit of our people. So our natural resources, we want to utilize them. Then with those resources, we can now develop to the full our manufacturing sector, our industry.
ZANU-PF National Chairperson and Minister of Defense, Comrade Opamchinguri Kashiri, concurred with the Vice President on the need to modernize and industrialize the economy through homegrown policies.
The President said Zimbabwe is now open to do business. We have the foundation in the past, but this time modernizing, mechanizing across the board, both in education, where science and technology and Education 5.0 to make sure that we are innovative, we produce our own equipment as we were doing in the past, and also that we should be self-sufficient, using our resources, adding value to that. We are seeing Manizi.
On the legislative agenda, 3 milestones have been attained since 1980, starting with introduction of the executive presidency, the land reform program, and the new constitution in 2013.
One such important legislation was the introduction of the executive presidency after we amended the constitution in 1987. Other landmark legislation in 2000 that bolstered the land reform program and the resettlement, in which Zimbabweans were now entitled to claim their land.
The First Lady, Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa, expressed the delight in the decentralization of national events, which has also benefited rural communities.
I'm happy that this program has been brought to everyone in all communities. And this is not the first one. We have heard it before and we are continuing with this thing. We want our children to learn that they are the same. Those in urban areas and in rural communities are the same. And what I saw also yesterday during the children's party, they now know how to work, and they know that whatever you have to work hard in school, and also in gardens, and also in plantation of so many things, and growing vegetables. They can do it now at the very tender age.
Opposition political parties also attended the country's 45th independence celebrations in Gokwe, where they expressed gratitude for the inclusive nature of the celebrations.
We need to unite in our diversity. Independence is just not about one political party or just about war veterans. Liberation meant that every Zimbabwean has to be free, has to be independent, and every Zimbabwean has to celebrate Independence Day, because that is what defines us as Zimbabweans.
So independence is about everyone else appreciating that this country belongs to them. It's not something for one political party, and that's very important, which is why we are here.
This is a national birthday which brings everyone together, and it's one of the most unique independence. We've never celebrated a wet independence like this.
Under the mantra of leaving no one and no place behind, government is forging ahead with massive infrastructure development as well as rural industrialization. This year's celebrations are running under the theme Zim 845, Devolve and Develop Together towards Vision 2030. Bruce Chawanda, ZBC News, Gokwe.
Well, it was a fun-filled day at Mutora Stadium in Nembudzia as thousands gathered for this year's National Independence celebrations. Our Midlands Bureau Chief Tafara Chikumira was keeping tabs on what was taking place.
Gokwe North District received a massive downpour on the eve of the national independence, which went on to early Friday morning. Despite the seemingly adverse weather conditions, Zimbabweans from all walks of life were already making their way to Mutora Stadium as early as 5 a.m. when the gates were opened for the public.
Saka tiri kuti aiwa dei hwaramba huripo huchingotonga nekuti huri kuuya kuno kumaruwa esanyanya kutipusha taona kuti vari kutarisa kumaruwa kwakasarira
tinohwa kusununguka zvikuru hatinambozviona kana rimwe gore asi tazviona gore rino zvikatishamisa rikati regai tinoona.
The Midlands provincial leadership was equally impressed by the turnout as people came to celebrate their hard-won independence.
People have started trickling into the stadium as far as 5 a.m. in the morning, and you can see they are disciplined. People are still on the queues to enter the stadium to hear the presidential speech, and we are happy also that this independence has brought up the sprucing up of our infrastructure in Nembudzia.
The Independence Parade by members of the uniformed forces was the first to light up the venue. This set the tone for a special day as dignitaries led by service chiefs and diplomats among other important guests started making their way into the venue. President Mnangagwa arrived in style, accompanied by the First Lady Amai Auxilia Mnangagwa. The president will go on to inspect the parade alongside the commander of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, General Philip Valerio Suanda. And then came the crowd favorite. The march passed in slow and quick time, which left the crowd in a frenzy. The major highlight of the event was the lighting of the independence flame before the president delivered his national address. The uniformed forces were not done as they dished yet another lively display, which was spiced up by veterans of the liberation struggle. Official proceedings ended with a colorful display by drum majorettes. Tafara Chikumira, ZBC News, Gokwe.
Meanwhile, Zimbabweans from various provinces celebrated the independence anniversary at different district centers after government's decision to decentralize national events. Let's find out how the provincial celebrations progressed.
In Harare Metropolitan Province, the 45th independence celebrations were held at Epworth High School at a time the Second Republic, under the stewardship of President Emerson Mnangagwa, is implementing several initiatives aimed at benefiting citizens.
Chirongwa chematatu chakaitwa na president chiri kutibatsira nekuti vanhu vakugara zvakanaka muno muEpworth.
Zara nhasi ndiri kufara nemadevelopment ari kuitika.
Tiri munhu anorarama neurema asi hurumende yedu inotirangarira nedzimwe nguva tinotipa chikafu tinopuhwa mawiricheya.
Nyika yedu yanga yakaipa pamarodzi asi pari zvino tiri kufara nekupembera tokuramba chingoti baba Mnangagwa huchi.
More is in store for Harare residents.
Sevagari veHarare tiri kuona His Excellency havana nzvimbo yavanoda kuti isari samaona nhasi tiri kuno kuEpworth ndo nzvimbo yakatangwa nenyaya yematitles. Tichauya zvakare kune nzvimbo dzakasiyana siyana.
In Manicaland province, this year's independence celebrations were held in all the districts, with the provincial celebrations held at Nedziwa Secondary School in Chimanimani. The Manicaland Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Advocate Mishek Mugadza, led the proceedings and read the president's speech. Chimanimani and the Chipinge residents commended the Second Republic for devolving the celebrations and spearheading the reconstruction works after Cyclone Idai disaster in 2019.
Under the leadership of our president E.T. Mnangagwa,
meanwhile, the Mozambican delegation attended the celebrations and reaffirmed the commitment by Manica province to work closely with Manicaland to promote economic development.
A new Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, a new venue for this year's celebrations, and a reigning Independence Day all summed up this year's provincial celebrations held at Plumtree High School in Mangwem. Traditional leaders who have witnessed massive critical infrastructure development through the devolution agenda in their communities are convinced that Vision 2030 is within sight.
Ayapoma project anochinja echinjiswa ne-devolution tobona kuti bhatsa kwazo kunotiwa nema-councillors etu kwando lubhatso muzvigaba zvedu.
Khathi esincane amaklinikhi la esekhona kusho ukuthi abantu abasahambi umango omude behambela ukuya kwezomtholampilo.
Kuza kobhatsa kwazo ngobe vula zikotsho zvilezwe khomanana tati n'wamo madamu especially vamwe vanhu vula ye chikotsho avatoiziva.
Second Republic yonoita zviti zvinji uri muti wote asosara asingosiwanda richino reach the road sina border rikurani rotoma border rinofatwa kurani naraberesa vonoridzirisira na radio ya community radio nofilo cha radio ndi Second Republic ene narabesa foto rachidza gwando jama passport so zvino passport rivodzera birichini.
In Masvingo province, the independence celebrations were held in Nemangwa area, with hundreds of people coming to attend the important event despite the chilly weather.
Independence yaitwa kuno kunema makwedu saka tafara singaiti nekuti vuitawo sigo chipurani isu agaro nzvimbo inotanyanya kufarira nawe chikoro chakatanga kuvakwa nehurumende chechiri choga
zvinopa development pai munzvimbo chero matoilets yawo chao panga pasina asi zvino avapo nemhaka development.
The official event was marked with a lot of edutainment, much to the delight of Nemangwa youth, who thanked the government for devolving national programs.
Kuya kwaita ma-celebrations independence kuno kunemangwa kwatifadza nokuti kuri kutibetsera kuti tidzidze nhoroondo dzemunyika medu.
Ndokune Great Zimbabwe kuno kunemangwa saka nasi zuva redu rekupemberera nyika yedu.
Taona masoja achimacha iwa masoja iwa ndo anodefenda country yedu.
Official proceedings were led by Masvingo Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable Ezra Chadzamira, who read President Emmerson Mnangagwa's independence speech.
The 45th Independence Day celebrations in Bulawayo wasn't just a commemoration of the past. It was a vibrant intersection of generations, linking the hard-won independence to the tangible steps towards the prosperous envisioned Vision 2030.
For many that attended the celebrations at White City Stadium, the celebrations were a reaffirmation of the collective responsibility to build a prosperous future through devolution, unity and tranquility.
Sibonga ngekwaishangani dam ezayenelisa ukusinikeza amanzi koBulawayo okwenzela ukuthi uBulawayo ithuthuke kulama projects amaningi abantu abakhangeleleyo.
We are getting a lot of opportunities as the youth, as long as you've got the proper papers, as long as you go through the proper channels, you get everything.
Siyabona ukuthi devolution of power, devolution of funds from the central government, it's working.
I believe that devolution is now going to be on full throttle and implemented.
Into zamakhiwa namhlanje abantwana kumele beziphathe behloniphe umhlaba into yokuqala.
The spirit of self-determination that fueled the liberation war now drives the city's ambition to retain its status as the country's industrial hub, a testament to the enduring meaning of independence.
In Mashonaland West Province, the commemorations were held at Mbafa Primary School in Chegutu, displays by the security forces and entertainment from various artists, including the Crocodile Band, Mama Africa, Mbiradze Narira, kept the crowd on their feet.
Tichibatsirwa tichipiwa chikafu tichidya yezvino takurima takapiwa mbeu tikarima.
Development yakuyo madistricts migagwa ichiwandudzwa, zvikoro zvichiswa magetsi, zvibhorani zvichiborwa.
The proceedings were presided over by the Mashonaland West Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable Marin Chombo, who also read the president's speech. Meanwhile, Ngezi Platinum thrashed Mo's 3-0 to lift the Mashonaland West Provincial Independence Cup.
Independence celebrations in Mashonaland Central Province were held in the background of significant infrastructure developments made at Mushumbi Growth Point and Mbire District in general. Mbire residents applauded government for decentralizing celebrations and improving the quality of life of the people in the past 45 years.
Tine development yasimuka mabhoho aisiwa zvinhu zvizhinji zvatiri kuona
makore ese independence yaitirwa kubhindura apa nhasi ndo district rembire repasi pasi kumatsonyonyo ratanga kuitirwawo independence. I wonder fara chaizvo.
Official celebrations were led by Mashonaland Central Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable Christopher Magomo, who carried out the ceremonial inspection of the Guard of Honor. The event was also graced by Minister of Home Affairs and Cultural Heritage, Honorable Kazembe, as well as delegations from neighboring Zambia and Mozambique.
In Matabeleland North Province, the 45th independence celebrations provided security forces with an opportunity to encourage the nation to preserve the country's independence and sovereignty. With Zimbabwe now 45 years old, most people who attended the provincial independence celebrations in Cholocho praised the Second Republic for preserving the gains of independence through devolution.
Isizwe sinsundu sasincindezelwe ngabamhlophe lapha injabulo yonke le yayingekho ebantwini abansundu. Kodwa sithe ngokuthatha ilizwe lamhla sesikwanisa ukuthi abantu bethu bafundise up to university level.
Singuzibuse uzibuse siyamthanda ngoba usinika okuhle usinika okumnandi uyasiqeqeshisa uyasibonisa.
Kuqakatheke kakhulu lelo ngoba inguzibuse wethu abafowethu baphelele egangeni labo baba labo sisi labo gogo.
Yi-backbone yethu yikho sikwazi khona ukuthi thina imvelaphi yethu ivela kuphi njalo ukukhululeka kwethu sakuthola nini.
This year's celebrations ran under the theme Zim at 45, Devolve and Develop Together Towards Vision 2030.
Gokwe High School grounds was the venue for this year's National and East Provincial Independence Day celebrations. The celebrations were presided over by National and East Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Advocate Itai Ndudzo. The celebrations were also graced by a team from Mozambique led by Secretary of State, Mrs. Cristina Difumo, who led a 31-member delegation.
Em nome de Sua Excelência Daniel Francisco Chapo, Presidente da República de Moçambique, felicitando a população, o povo do Zimbábue, pela passagem de mais ano da sua independência.
We also spoke to a number of residents from Mudzi district to hear what they have to say about the developments that have been made possible by the Second Republic.
Ndinoda kutenda kuti tane ma-clinics atanawo muno mumudzi, tane zvikoro zvavakwa zvichipera vana vakudzidza, tane ma-roads,
zvipatara chaizvo vanhu vaizvarira mumba nekusaya zvipatara zviri kure, asi izvi tatoo padhuze nezvipatara zvongoti munhu anotofamba netsoka.
Right. That is a look at what transpired in various other parts of the country as the country continues to celebrate 45 years of independence. Elsewhere, China has congratulated Zimbabwe on its independence anniversary, pledging to always seek ways to enhance cooperation between the two countries. In a statement, China's Foreign Minister, Mr. Wang Yi, said his country enjoys profound traditional friendship with Zimbabwe. We already know that there is a gala that is underway in Gokwe, and all things being equal, hopefully we should be able to get a feel of what has happened so far. But live coverage of that will be coming right here on the station. Do remember that more stories can be found on our website. You can go there. It is www.zbcnews.co.zw. We are also available on social media. That is on Facebook, on Twitter, that is formerly Twitter, X, and also on Instagram. Just look us up on ZBC News Online. There are more stories to come after the break, and this is what you can expect.
Christians celebrate Easter with public transport operators calling on drivers to observe road regulations during the holiday. And in sport, FC Platinum are the Independence Cup winners after defeating Simbabura 3-0 on penalties. We're taking a breather. Stay with us. We'll be back shortly.
Isuwane darweni mudziya Gokwe ino hatigoni kutenda nezvatadigwa naZANU-PF government inotungamirirwa naPresident Mnangagwa neutekwa-tekwa hwavo hunosanganisa ivo President Mnangagwa, Vice President Chiwenga naVP Mhadi. Vese vari vatatu neutungamiriri hwavo, chairman weparty Mchimuri, vakatitira mashuva nesu independence yakuno. Maroads wamushangara dede Zimbabwe yakauya neropa ravanhu. Isu taitira pano ndakavaka clinic yangu kunomudziya yandakadzunzazira kuti Dr. Axel Mnangagwa. Zvinoreva kuti kurangarira kumusha kwangu. Kwa nyika inovakwa nani? Nyika inovakwa nevene vayo, ndo President Mnangagwa zvokomisa japo. Kana President vanyika inovakwa nevene vayo, vanoreva isu.
Speed. It thrills. But kills. Obey traffic laws and drive within set limits. This message is brought to you by the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe. Safety first. There is no second chance. Now this is banking redefined. Deposits? Done. Withdrawals? Easy. All in one smooth move. Sleek. Chic. Always on. Your new Stanbic Bank ATM is here. Withdraw USD cash anytime, any day using any Visa or MasterCard at our new Zimray Park ATM located at Puma Service Station, Zimray Park Turnoff. You can also deposit USD cash into any Stanbic Bank account. No more queues or inconvenient opening hours. Stanbic Bank is a registered commercial bank and a member of the Deposit Protection Scheme.
The Executive Chairman, Dr. S.Z. Gata, Board, Management and Staff of Zesa Holdings join His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa, and the entire nation in celebrating our nation's 45th Independence Day. Our hard-won independence is a testament to our people's aspirations for economic emancipation and self-determination. As the national electricity power generator, we will work tirelessly to ensure that Zimbabwe is sustainably powered for the future, promoting unity, peace and development. Together, we will achieve Vision 2030. Congratulations, Makorokoto Amhlobe. The Chairman, Board, Management and Staff of the Broadcasting Authority of Zimbabwe proudly join His Excellency, President Emerson Mnangagwa and the entire nation in celebrating 45 years of independence. On this momentous occasion, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to the people of Zimbabwe. May this milestone serve as an opportunity for introspection regarding our collective history, commemoration of our accomplishments, and revitalized aspirations for a prosperous and united future. Happy birthday, Zimbabwe! Makorokoto Amhlope, congratulations! Broadcasting Authority of Zimbabwe. Celebration and expression of our cultural identity through broadcasting. The National Biotechnology Authority Board, CEO and Registrar, Management and staff would like to join His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, Dr. Emerson Mnangagwa, and the nation as a whole in celebrating 45 years of sovereignty and independence. Let us, as a nation, devolve and develop together towards Vision 2030. To the people of the Republic of Zimbabwe, we say, congratulations, Makorokoto Amhlobe.
If you drink, be responsible.
This is the main news, and the bulletin continues from our Montreux studios with Dora. Good evening, Dora.
Thank you so much, Vicky and Patla. I hope you did have a fun-filled day, and of course the rest of the Zimbabweans celebrating 45 years of independence. And of course, we are forever grateful to the gallant sons and daughters of the soul who fought for the freedom that we enjoy today. And whilst we enjoyed Independence Day, it was also Good Friday, and while a lot of attention was drawn to the country's independence celebrations across the country, Zimbabweans also took time to mark Good Friday, which is part of the Easter program this weekend.
Processions such as the reenactment of the Stations of the Cross in a symbolism of Christ's journey to Calvary were a usual sight this Friday morning. The observances mark the climax of the Holy Week in the Christian calendar.
Takatanga nezuro manheru ne masi yatinoti the Lord's Supper. Paya patinonzwa kuti iye Kristo pache zvake akazvidi kupisa nokugeza tsoka dzevadzidzi wake achiratidza humility yake.
Nhasi ndo musi waakafa achiripira matadzo avanhu vose pasi pose. It was a slow and painful death. Saka tikufamba tichitarisa zvakaitika, achiwira pasi, achigadzwa ndaza yeminzwa, achirohwa pamutsigo kusvikira apira upenyu hwake afa pachipiyaniso.
The majority of Anglican churches, including I'm sure the Catholics, have already started what we call the Via Dolorosa, or the way of sorrows, the journey that or the Stations of the Cross.
Commemorations will continue through the Easter Sunday with celebrations of Christ's resurrection. Easter is not just a holiday for people to be away from work, but an important period for the Christian community to renew themselves in their spiritual journey. Farai Gwaze, ZBC News.
Past ranks in Harare were a hive of activity this Friday as most people were traveling to different places for the Easter holidays, amid calls for motorists to observe traffic regulations to avoid loss of lives.
Long queues of passengers and their luggage were observed at major ranks such as Mbaremsika, Roadport and the showgrounds, signifying last-minute traveling during this Easter holiday. Amid heightened awareness campaigns focusing on road safety, passengers who spoke to ZBC News are wishing for the best.
Ngatifambe zvedu pore pore kumhanya hakusi kusvika. Ngatichengetedze upenyu.
Vanhu vari kuuya zvakanakisa. Zvinongochinja zvisiyana nema-hours nekuda kweweather, but asi right. Murengi vanhu vakatozara. Transport ndiri kutoita shoma.
Public transport operators have vowed to play their part to ensure safety of passengers.
Ngatitedzere mitemo yese iri pastatutory instrument 118. Hakuna driver bus anofana kuexceeda 100 kilometers per hour muhighway.
Any driver amhanya tachikumbira passengers kuti afone. Hatidi kuti tisangane nenjodzi.
Commuter omnibus operators in Harare are collaborating with law enforcement agents in order to bring sanity in the capital. Public holidays are usually characterized by an increase in road traffic accidents and fatalities. John Nandara, ZBC News.
The Africa Seventh-day Adventist Church members from across the nation had a rare opportunity to showcase their culinary skills and exchange notes during a traditional cookout competition held at the Adventist Church Gokwe campsite.
A brainchild of the First Lady Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa, the cookout competition saw 25 church members from the Africa Seventh-day Adventist Church face off in Gokwe this Wednesday. Participants hailed the program initiated by the First Lady Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa for restoring the country's cultural heritage.
Tafara chaizvo nekugwina kwandaita. Chirongwa chaamai chakanaka. Chinotisimudzira isu samadzimai. Ngatitendei Mwari.
Chirongwa ichi chatidzidzisa zvakawanda. Ende ticharamba tichingodzidza kupfurikidza namai vedu.
Ndikunzwa kufara nezvandaitirwa nhasi. Ndanisina tarisiro yacho. Ndanisina basa nekuti ndiwina. Asina ndichingoda kuti ndipinde mucompetition.
Officiating at the event at the Africa Seventh-day Adventist campsite in Gokwe, Tourism and Hospitality Industry Minister Honorable Barbara Rodzi, who was representing Dr. Mnangagwa, said the promotion of culinary skills through cookout competitions play a pivotal role in
gastronomy tourism is grown very big in the country, and not just that in our country, Zimbabwe, but even in the region SADC as well as in Africa. And we are now well known across work from our First Lady in 2024 July. By coming to Victoria Falls, we have witnessed a number of tourists that are coming in the country in their large numbers every day since then. So we really want to express our gratitude to the First Lady.
In an effort to achieve Vision 2030, Zimbabweans have been challenged to fully exploit the country's vast potential in gastronomy tourism, which is anchored on the nation's rich heritage and culture. Courage shares ZBC News, Guero.
And while we take a break, do stay tuned for more news coming through from our Pockets on studio.
The Chief Director of Immigration, Respect Gono, Management and Staff join His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, and the whole nation in celebrating Zimbabwe Independence Day. We honor and cherish the sacrifices made by Zimbabwe's gallant sons and daughters who fought and paid the ultimate price for our freedom. We celebrate the birth of our country and look forward to a bright and prosperous future as we march together in unity under the visionary leadership of His Excellency, President Comrade Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa. Zimbabwe at 45. Devolve and develop together.
Tel1 Broadband brings you the 100 Days to Win Big promotion. Buy your Tel1 Broadband voucher worth $30 or more at any Pick and Pay store that you head right each and every day. For the next 100 days, each TM Pick and Pay branch countrywide will select a winner, and it could be you. Buy your Tel1 Broadband bundle today at your nearest Pick and Pay and make every day a happy one. Tel1 100 Days to Win Big promotion runs from 10 March to the 30th of June 2025. Terms and conditions apply. Tel1, the future is better together.
NASA proudly stands with the nation in celebrating 45 years of independence. As we reflect on our achievements, we continue to strive towards the attainment of our vision to become a world-class provider of social security by the year 2030. Together we can create a brighter tomorrow. NASA, a lifelong promise.
Happy Independence Day, Zimbabwe. The board, management and staff of the Grain Marketing Board join His Excellency Mnangagwa and the nation at large in celebrating 45 years of independence. This day is a reminder of the emancipation from colonial rule and oppression Zimbabweans were subjugated to. It took sacrifices and selflessness of the gallant sons and daughters to bring this independence enjoys today. Likewise, GMB, whose mandate is food security of the nation, attributes its success and contribution towards the food security agenda to the hard-won independence. Food security everywhere, every day.
The Minister of Lands, Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Rural Development, Honorable Dr. Anxious Jongwe Masuka, Deputy Ministers, Honorable Davis Marapira and Honorable Vangelis Haritatos, Permanent Secretary, Professor Dr. Obedjil, Chief Directors, Direct Excellency, the Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa and the nation in celebrating the Independence Day. Zimbabwe's independence came from a protracted and bitter armed struggle against a ruthless regime. With the cherished freedom that we have, we assure the nation of delivery of food to all Zimbabweans through our agriculture, food systems, and rural transformation strategy to ensure food security everywhere, every day. The CEO and Executive Chairman of Pomona Waste Management, Dr. Dilesh Nguaya, together with the management and staff, proudly join His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, and the people of Zimbabwe in commemorating 45 years of independence. This year, as we mark this important milestone under the theme Zim at 45, Devolve and Develop Together towards Vision 2030, we reflect on the journey our nation has traveled, the resilience of our people, and the Pomona Waste Management. We remain steadfast in our dedication to contributing towards national development through sustainable waste management and environmental protection and innovation, echoing the call to devolve and develop together. Happy Independence Day, Zimbabwe.
You're still watching the main news. The First Lady, Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa, has urged youths to shun drug and substance abuse, saying the future of the country lies in their hands. She was speaking during the country's independence celebrations in
today. He has brought more life to the communal place, which is very far away from urban cities. In Harare, Gweru is very far. But I'm happy that this program has been brought to everyone in all communities. And we are saying no to drugs to our children and to the parents as well. We are saying we need to respect our heritage. And the Nangagota that I always have to have this a program. And the children, they like it very much. Just the interaction between me and them brings some
the First Lady there, Auxilia Mnangagwa. Now let's take a look at your business news. The current tobacco marketing season has transformed many lives, with many farmers, especially women and youth, now being able to afford buying assets.
The tobacco marketing season is usually time to smile for farmers who produce the high-quality tobacco. In the past, however, there were moments farmers would cry foul over the pricing matrix and delays in payments for their delivered crop. It is not the case this time with farmers in the season so far.
Now so far izvo zvindakatenga mudziyo yakasiyana siyana yemukicheni. Now izvo zvinhu ndirakutopeya mombe at least ma5 mamho wangu ndotobhadhara weekend inoyi.
Kutenge midziyo yedu izvizvi mota yakazara nemidziyo iyi tekuisa mudzimba dzedu.
While some youths are wasting time indulging in dangerous drugs, others are enjoying the fruit.
Ndakatanga kurima 2 years ago. Ndaitanga ngitengawo mafertilizer angu ndikwanise kurima asi zvindakwanisa kutengawo chigayo changu.
So far ndatenga mombe 10.
Sepapurazi pedu pabhangeti pachimwemwe pane vakawanda vakatenga motikari.
Meanwhile, latest statistics by the Tobacco Industry and Marketing Board (TIMB) show 208 million United States marketing season last month. However, the figures fall short of the 325 United States dollars realized during the same period last year. The situation has been attributed to delays in planting owing to the late onset of the rains last year. 10 Time Munengwa, ZBC News, Harare.
We're taking a break. Don't go far. We'll be back shortly.
The National Rulers of Zimbabwe Board, Management and Staff join the people of Zimbabwe in commemorating 45 years as an independent, a hard-fought liberation struggle in which thousands of gallant sons and daughters of the soil paid the ultimate price to free the country from colonial oppression. Thus, as we undertake our mandate as a bulk transporter with a critical role to play in the attainment of Vision 2030 as espoused by the President, His Excellency Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, we remain committed to serving our beloved country with utmost diligence, never taking for granted the absolute liberty bequeathed to us by living and fallen freedom fighters. Long live Zimbabwe. NRZ, we move the nation.
So soon we'll find out who is
Moyo, the Deputy Minister Honorable Messi Dina, the Permanent Secretary Mr. Simon Masanga, Chief Directors and staff wish to extend our warmest congratulations to His Excellency Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, and the entire nation on this momentous occasion of our 45th Independence Day. On this important occasion of Zimbabwe's independence, we commemorate our nation's sovereignty. We reflect on the progress made and reaffirm our commitment to building a society that values and promotes child protection, ensuring the safety, education, and empowerment of our children. We continue to thrive for the inclusion of persons with disability, fostering equal opportunities and breaking barriers, care for the elderly, valuing their wisdom, experiences, and contributions as we make our contribution to the attainment of Vision 2030, leaving no one and no place behind. Happy Independence, Zimbabwe. Zim at 45. Devolve and develop together towards Vision 2030. The protection for all by 2030. The Minister of Environment, Climate and Wildlife, Honorable Dr. Evelyn Ndlovu, Deputy Minister Honorable John Paraza, Permanent Secretary Ambassador Thaddeus T. Chifamba, Directorate and staff of the Ministry, join His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, and the nation at large in celebrating Zimbabwe's 45th independence anniversary. The sustainable management of our environment, wildlife and forest resources is critical for achieving an upper middle income. National Wildlife Ambassador, Amai Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa, the ministry is dedicated to raising awareness and instilling a sense of environmental stewardship among the populace, while also building resilience in the face of climate change. Furthermore, the ministry is committed to halting human-wildlife conflict, preventing biodiversity loss, and promoting the sustainable conservation of our natural resources. As Zimbabwe prepares to host the SADC TFCA Conference and Summit from May 19 to 23, 2025 in Harare, and the 15th Conference of the Contracting Parties COP15 to the Ramsar Convention on Wetlands from July 23 to 31, 2025 in Victoria Falls, we reaffirm our commitment to sustainable wildlife conservation and the wise use of wetlands in an independent Zimbabwe. We commend the significant milestones achieved in the sustainable management of our environment, wildlife and forestry resources since the attainment of independence. Substantial progress has been made in adaptation, resilience, and mitigation against the devastating impacts of climate change since 1980. These initiatives are crucial as we advance towards Vision 2030. As we commemorate this historic national achievement, let us reflect on our responsibility to safeguard the natural heritage for which the brave sons and daughters of our soil fought so valiantly. Congratulations, Makorokoto Amhlope.
The Minister of Transport and Infrastructure Development, Honorable F.T. Mona, Deputy Minister, Honorable J.K. Sako, Parent Secretary, Engineer J.P. Makumbe, Management and staff proudly join His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, and the entire nation in commemorating the 45th anniversary of Zimbabwe's independence, a testament to the resilience and sacrifice of our people. As we mark this historic milestone, the Ministry reaffirms its commitment to preserving the legacy of our gallant heroes and heroines whose unwavering bravery secured the freedom we cherish today. This celebration serves as a powerful reminder of our national unity, progress, and the collective vision enshrined in NDS-1. Under the visionary leadership of President Comrade Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, the Second Republic has made transformative strides in infrastructure development, laying a solid foundation for sustainable economic growth. The ministry takes pride in its pivotal role in advancing infrastructure development, key drivers in Zimbabwe's journey towards Vision 2030. Happy 45th Independence Zimbabwe, Makorokoto Zimbabwe. Congratulations, Amhlope.
The Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, Honorable Ziyambi Ziyambi, Deputy Minister, Honorable Norbert T. Mazungunye, Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Vimbai Nyemba, Chief Director, Directors and Staff, join His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, and the entire nation in celebrating Zimbabwe's 45th Independence Day. On the momentous occasion of our independence, the Ministry celebrates the freedoms and liberties enshrined in our homegrown Constitution, a living document which amalgamates the desires, values, and aspirations of Zimbabweans. As we commemorate this revolutionary milestone, we recognize inclusivity and equality of all before the law. The journey of our independence is a narrative of determination and resilience, divorcing from colonial rule to ensure that justice is not only ideal but a reality to all. Our efforts to uphold, develop, and provide accessible justice delivery represent a step towards a future where every individual's human rights are respected. Peace and justice reign supreme. Let us stand united in our pursuit of a brighter future where constitutionalism prevails. Happy Independence Day, Zimbabwe. The Ministry of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs. We uphold, develop, and provide accessible, efficient, and effective justice delivery.
Welcome back. You are still watching the main news, and of course it's all about the 45th independence anniversary celebrations for Zimbabwe, and congratulatory messages continue to pour in following Zimbabwe's attainment of 45 years of independence, the latest being from the United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who says that the United States recognizes the spirit and strength of the Zimbabwean people on this commemoration of 45 years of independence, on their fight for freedom. He says we look forward to reinforcing our business and commercial ties supported by the country's democratic institutions through rule of law and respect of fundamental freedoms. He says that the two countries can create opportunities for people to prosper from the two nations. Let's take a look now at your sport, where FC Platinum are the Independence Cup winners after defeating Simba Bora 3-0 on penalties. The match had ended 0-0 in regulation time. Here's a look at what transpired.
They're very anxious, a left footer. Here he comes. Oh yes, it's over. And FC Platinum have won it. Victory for Pure Platinum, coached by Norman Mapeza here at Nambudzia Open Grounds. They lift the Uhuru Cup. You can celebrate all night tonight. And of course, going into Easter, there is no restriction. You can carry on and enjoy yourselves.
Any goal, 0, I think it's not on. Definitely, it's something which I think the players were not mentally prepared for.
Congratulations to FC Platinum there. Let's take a break. Join us shortly.
The ZANU-PF Secretary General, Comrade Dr. Obet Moses Mpofu, on behalf of the Colossal Revolutionary Party's Central Committee, Politburo, Council of Elders, members of staff, and the generality of the party's supporters, would like to wish all the people of Zimbabwe well on the occasion of our 45th independence anniversary. 45 years on, Zimbabwe still holds steady. Zimbabwe's independence was hard fought and came at a heavy price. As we look back and reminisce on the bittersweet journey to this moment, let us never forget the sacrifices and what it took to free our beloved land from the yoke of colonialism. Our national independence came at a heavy cost. The fight for our independence was based on the belief that we had to carve our own path, and that we have done. As we celebrate our 45th independence anniversary, let us all be reminded of the importance of safeguarding this great gift that was bequeathed upon us by those who paid with their lives and are not here with us today to see and celebrate the black man's emancipation. We should all be united and have a sense of pride at this great gift that was passed on to us by those who laid their lives down for our emancipation, and we should never take this independence for granted. Happy 45th Independence Anniversary, Zimbabwe. Congratulations. Makorokoto Amhlope.
Stuck on you. Ooh, obsessed with you. I'm obsessed.
With Showmax, your favorite characters now follow you anywhere. Download it today and watch the best in local, international, and everything in between.
A huge thank you for being part of this incredible journey. It's all because of your support, your love, your shares that we're celebrating this amazing milestone. ZBC News online Facebook page now has over 1 million followers, and we're still counting. If you haven't joined us yet, don't miss out. Now is the perfect time to be part of this biggest online news platform in the country. We deeply value each and every one of you. Your passion fuels us. Let's keep this momentum going strong. Join the ZBC News online family today and get the latest updates on everything happening around the world.
Welcome back. We're just about to close and also join the festivities of Zimbabwe's 45th independence anniversary. For those of you who might not be going out tonight, remember that there's a big music gala that is already underway out there in Gokwe. It's going to be headlined by various artists, including Sulemani Chimbetu, who is still to perform, but I understand that some musicians have already started performing and all the formalities have already taken place. So if you are in Gokwe, if you are in Nembuzia, then obviously that is the place to be.
Absolutely. But before we go, viewers, please note that straight after this news bulletin, ZBC News and Current Affairs will bring you a special program highlighting President Emmerson Mnangagwa's speech during the independence celebrations today in Gokwe, Nembuzia. Otherwise, Butler and I and Susan, the rest of the news crew, we're done for tonight.